everyone? What's going on? It's time to do a little bit of drawing. So I got this animation going. Hold on 1 second. Alright. So I've been working on this animation for like a million years. And it's getting there. It's almost done. I want to make the eyes blink, I think. So I'm gonna duplicate all these frames over and then do the eyes on a separate animation layer. Yeah, the leaf blower is blowing her. That's true. Alright. Bro, what am I doing? Hold on. Copy. Paste. Okay. I was gonna wait till later to stream, but fuck it. Alright. So I'm gonna make a new folder for the eyes. Boom. Yeah, they're right outside my fucking AC blowing some shit, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. They're going ham. My room smells like gasoline right now. It's like coming through the window. Alright. This will be the eyes folder. So how did I do this? Okay, all this shit is on a separate layer already, I think. Okay, it's underbody, so I could just cut the eyes from here for the first frame. this. There we go. Boom. Oh. I'll leave that there. Boom. And then I can add a cell. What's going on here? Oh, the body, right? Okay. Boom. Go here. Paste that in. Oh, this needs to be a folder, right? And then this stuff can go in it. And okay, so now that's separate. I just need to delete the eyes from every other part. Can't tell if the bird chirps are from my window or yours. Yeah, they're from mine right now. There's birds like chilling on top of my AC right now as they're like lawn mowing or whatever the fuck they're doing. God, are they done with this spot already? Like... Okay, so I need to go on the body layer of all these. And delete the eye. Can hide this for now while I do this. God, I think he's finally moving away. Oops, I had my stream open. I didn't even hear that until now. All right. He's doing like the patio now. I could actually hear myself think a little bit. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. Need to delete the eyes from all the body layers. Well, I think that's all of them. Okay. And now I could do a little blank. I think I'm gonna retime these frames a little bit first. They're a little fast. I could just lower the frame rate, honestly. Timeline, change frame rate. Could go like 18 frames a second. This is what 16 looks like. Let's go to like 12. I think he's fucking gone. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, let me put some fucking music on or something. 1 second. Alright, we got some Ape Escape music going on. Now we can actually form thoughts. I can form a thought in my brain. It is time for war. Okay. Animation, timeline, change frame rate. Let's put this to 12. This is not quite 12. Maybe like 15 or something. Yeah, 15 is probably right. It's playing back at like 12 frames per second, so a little bit faster than this is probably fine. Actually, you know what? I could export a test of it real quick. Just to double check. Frame rate 15. Now, hold on. Clip files, 2025. Yeah, I think that's about right. Okay, 15 frames per second looks like this. Low quality render for now, but I think that's about the timing. Okay, so now we could do the blink animation real quick. So we've got this. I'll do a blink like right here. So all I need to do is make a new cell. What size pen did I use? Probably like 2. Yeah, 2. Poop at poo, what's good? How you doing? We're just animating right now. We got like a nice wind animation going for her closing hair. I'm gonna make her blink. And then after that, it's pretty much ready to color. I would just have to do the color separation lines for the shading and shit. And then we're good to go, you know? If I sound fucking half dead, it's because I did not sleep. And it is currently 2 p.m. in the next day. But uh I needed a hard reset, you know what I'm saying? So okay. So we got the onion skin here. Let's see what we could do for the eye closed. So I'll do the eye completely closed first. Usually in anime, when they animate blinks, uh, it's only like 3 frames. It's open, immediately closed, and then one other frame in between closed and back open again. And you get like a pretty snappy blink animation that way. In Western animation, they add more frames and they make it smoother, but then it's less snappy. You animate blink in real life? I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. That's how you put the Riz on them, you know what I'm saying? Alright. I'm just gonna try and match the shape of what the eyelid looks like above. And it's not totally where the bottom eyelid is, but it's closer to the bottom than the top normally with the blink. Fuck, fuck. There we go. There you go. Bro, so I was trying to set up. I have an SM7B, like the microphone, because one of my friends gave that shit to me because he got mailed two by mistake, and I was like, "Yo, let me get one," and he's like, "Sure." And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" But that shit sounded way worse than the current mic that I'm using right now. I tried to EQing it for like a million years. I was trying to EQ that shit with like different filters and stuff for like hours last night. And then I plugged in the old one, and the old one just sounded so much better. So I'm like, I fuck it. Um, but I have a cloud lifter for this mic now, so it should sound a little clearer than the last time I streamed. Okay, there we go. Do I have an interface? Yeah, I have it's a Focusrite 2i2, I think. Um Yeah, I don't know. I was fucking with everything. I was trying messing with the gain settings on the interface, messing with the EQ, fucking compression, noise gate, all that different stuff, and I could not get the SM7B to sound good at all, and I do not know why. I think it just has to do with my voice. Um, it was like muffling the low end, and it was like really noticeable with my voice. So I don't know. It was strange. This part of the eye needs to be a bit thicker. Um, could do one of these, and that should be good. Sometimes the said mic has its own separate driver you have to download manually too. I don't think the SM7B has one. I could be wrong. But regardless, I think the one that I'm currently using now sounds way better than it did before anyway, so I'm kind of chill with it. If I bought the SM7B, I would be way more mad, but it was a gift, so okay. That looks good. Now we do the little lashes. Um, um, something like that. That's looking good. Okay. This will come together pretty quickly, I think. Okay. That's about right. I'm gonna fill this in usually wait until I'm ready for color, but I don't think it really matters. Okay. So we have blink. Oh, I have to do the eyebrows. Eyebrows lower just a little bit. Also, gotta do like the eyelid. Something like that. Eyebrows lower a little bit, not a crazy amount. Oh, so I have a 3D model that I got commissions to make recently as well. So I'll be streaming that intermittently. Should be pretty cool. And then my game leg day, I'm gonna be streaming that extensively. Development for the game. I haven't worked on that in a while, and I really need to get back to it. It's been a while. It's gonna be sick as fuck. Okay. Honestly, that's probably good enough for the brows. Okay. So it closes, and then it should immediately open after like 3 frames. So like right here. Add a new cell. Then it's 3 frames, and then I add the first cell again. So it should be like this. I might actually need to make them closer because I'm at 15 frames per second, so it might be better with 2 frames in between, or even 1 frame, we'll see. Okay. Okay, so now we're in between the two. For this in-between frame, it should like bias between it should bias closer to being open than closed. It's not like a direct in-between. Yeah, been a while since I heard about your game. Yeah, I haven't worked on it in like months now. Cause I was working on Elfin's model for so fucking long. Like actually it was like from November until like February. So that shit took forever. And then I was working on some animations and stuff as well. Like commission shit. So I didn't really have time. But now it's time to get back into it. As soon as I finish all these comms, because I have this one, this animation, I have the model that I got commissioned for recently. I got another animation, which is only like 6 frames, so that it shouldn't be too crazy. And then I have an album cover commission as well. So, but once I'm done with those, then it's back to leg day. It looked real good though. Yeah, thanks. I think it came out fantastic. I was super happy with how Elfin's model came out. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So this will be closer to open than closed. Something like this. The lower eyelid comes up just a bit. Eyelashes come up just a bit. On top of the game, I want to do more 2D animation stuff. Because I think if I do more 2D animation, it's going to force me to get faster at drawing, which is kind of like a choke point for me right now. Like, I'm kind of happy with how my drawings and stuff come out, but I'm kind of slow as fuck. I'm not even going to lie. I go through phases of being mad quick and mad slow, and right now I am mad slow. And I would like to change that if I can. So I want to do some like cool perspective animation stuff. Dude, that shit does not look like someone being whipped. That shit do not look like someone being whipped. That shit looks like I'm being stabbed in the hole, dude. That is no good. Who the fuck made that? Like, where did those come from? Where does because that's not an emoji. The fuck is that? Do you have like a hieroglyphics like fucking font? Like, they were on some fucking other shit when they made that. Alright, something like that. It's probably good. Just gonna raise a little bit. They just added it to Unicode, I see. That shit's baked into Unicode 8. Goddamn. That's crazy. Okay. We getting there, we getting there. Alright. Not too bad. Just do one of these, and then one of these. They got some damn snowman in this shit? What the fuck? Facts? They got facts in there? That's facts, dude. That's facts. What is them, some piggers? Holy shit, I don't even know what that is. Is that a cock and ball? That is a cock and ball. They got facts all as one symbol for convenience. Can I get that as a fucking key on my keyboard? They even got the forbidden... No shot they have the forbidden Kanye wheel. Do they have the Hyperborean one? That shit cray. You sent the... Oh, okay, let me see. Wow. That shit's just in there. That's kind of nuts. All right. Eyebrow done. Now usually the eyes would like lower. like the iris and the pupil. I don't have them actually drawn out yet, so I'm just kind of guessing a little bit. Just guessing a little bit. Do a little bit of guessing. That's probably correct. I'll go back and fix that if needed. The eyes are on their separate folder, or animation folder. So, I do all the coloring and stuff separate from the body. So they'll probably be done last, actually. But at least I could get the motion finished. Let's see what music I want to put on right now. Are we putting on some Super Monkey Ball? That's what we're doing. Pope was blasting dudes on Twitter today. I thought when I saw blasting, I thought Ropes was coming after. Who is he blasting, Kotagi? Telling these people they need to go outside. That's funny. Current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. I am sure you can see me though, so that is fake news that YouTube is sending me right now. Oh, thank y'all for coming by and watching, by the way. I haven't streamed in a while, so. See, and just like that, we got a nice little blink. And that doesn't even look that bad. What the hell? It looks pretty solid. Do you think you could put on some jackhammer sounds? It's a little easy to hear you right now. Yeah, I gotta ask the landscaper to come back. Fucking blow a hole through my window with the leaf blower again. Dude, before my room legit smelled like gasoline. Like oh, there's not even 3. Huh? I'm going insane. I'm going crazy. Hold on. Oh, when I zoom out, it freaks out sometimes. Okay. That looks good though. Alright, cool. Every one of your friends, including you, have construction interfering with their lives right now. Really? Brick by brick. Okay. I can do like shading lines now. I wanted to adjust something. I like how the ribs look on this side, but I don't think the ribs would actually be this pronounced on this side. So I'm gonna like just make that a smooth curve on this side instead. the reason why I'm showing the ribs at all here is because I kind of want it to be like not fully see-through, but like with the light shining at the shirt, you could kind of like see the shadow of her body, and then like it's kind of lighter where her body isn't, kind of thing. I think that would look pretty good. But all right, let's see. So I'm just doing the color separation lines here. So usually, not always, but usually red lines in anime, when they do color separation lines, separate between a neutral color and a bright color, like a highlight. And if you use a blue color in the color separation lines, it's between a neutral color and like a shadow. And there's others as well. Sometimes they'll use green if there's like a darker shadow than the normal shadow and shit like that. But that's generally what they do. I got like 5 dudes on standby, ready to scream down the ear of some dude in a high visibility vest. It's gonna look good when it's done. Now make it done. Alright, we'll do. We'll do. I can definitely at least get all the color separation finished. I could hopefully get the whole thing finished today, but I could do at least all the color separation, I'm sure. I think Elfin's streaming in a little bit, but I'm probably still just gonna keep grinding. I've watched you do harder work for less. You're right. Whoopsie. All right. Bro, one day I finally got to actually play through Cruelty Squad. I've been trying to do that on stream for like over a year now. I just haven't had the chance. And also, I want to finish the Thousand Year Door remake. I never even got to finish that, and I fucking love that game. I'm not sure how I got subscribed to. You a Fed? Nope. Fuck the Feds. Guilty Squad is the only game I have the confidence to say is actually good. That sounds good to me. Sounds like something a Fed would say. That's a good point, dude. That is a good point. Yeah, I just be doing a lot of art and animation here, you know? I have a game I'm developing as well. I do 3D modeling. Kotagi's a big Fed. He's a Chinese Fed. Thousand Year Door is so good. I played it on the GameCube and never beat the final boss because I fucked up my save. I think Thousand Year Door is I think Thousand Year Door is my favorite game of all time. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I fucking love that game. I've played through it so many times. Heck yeah, that's probably how I found you before. I'm working on an action combat roguelike. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That sounds fun. My game is like a platformer speedrunning game. It's in 3D. The main mechanic in it is going to be well, it is bunny hopping, like in Counter-Strike. So it's going to be laid out kind of like how Super Mario Sunshine or Mario 64 is laid out, like level-wise. So there'll be like maps you can go to and like complete missions on it and stuff. But you can replay missions and try and beat your time and stuff like that. So I feel like that would be fun. Everyone who's played the demo has gotten addicted to it to some extent, so I have high hopes. Reminds you of the 3D Sonic games. Yeah, pretty much. That's a kind of a good way to put it. Just bunny hopping being the way that you gain speed. Sonic Adventure 1, yeah. Yeah, I'll be developing that game on stream a significant amount. I still have a fuck ton to model, a million characters, pretty much every character. I made one character for, actually no, that's a lie. I made two characters for the game so far. I made like a plant dude, and I made the main character. But I have a whole bunch of like races of characters like in a document that I want to make. Nothing too complex because I don't want to die before I release this game. You know, but I have a couple of little ideas that are kind of simple, but you know, iconic, I guess. I don't know what the right word would be. It'll be cool. It's gonna be cool. I have a lot of ideas written down for it. I had a sword game. I was like a sword fighting game that I was working on prior to leg day, the current game I'm working on. But the sword game was like actually, it was just a little too overscoped to what like I was capable of doing, you know. So I'm doing my current game first, and then we'll see what happens after that. I remember the classics such as the 4-hour-long UV unwrapping building streams. That's where you found me, Kotagi, isn't it? I'm pretty sure those were the first streams where you found me. Was me modeling and UV unwrapping buildings for a week straight. I think I literally streamed for a week straight. Like that was the thing. Or no, it might have been like 9 or 12 days or something like that, where it did not turn off stream. I kept it on. Those streams were like, I am not turning off stream until my game is finished or something. That didn't end up happening, but like I definitely streamed I got a lot of shit done in that time period at least. Uh yeah, now now I've been modeling fucking sea creatures for leg day for a while now. I'm almost done with that though. And then I can go on to I need to make like a sea creature race. I'm thinking of making it based off of like a cuttlefish or something like that. And then I need to make the city for the main for the first world. And I think I'm gonna make the buildings kind of like shell shaped, like conch shell and stuff like that. And I want one big, like huge, tall tower in the center. Modeling is like the leg day of game development. Facts. And weight painting is like the getting your bicep detached from your arm of game development. I'm pretty sure weight painting Elfin's model took like a solid couple years off my life. That shit would not function properly with the way the jacket was. I had to redo the jacket like 3 or 4 times to get the weight painting to like actually function the way I wanted it to. Texture painting is the getting groped in the public gym shower of game dev. Texturing is chill. If you have substance painter, texturing is literally like it's just drag and drop. It's literally Photoshop, you know? But the way you're doing shit, I don't fucking blame you, dude. I saw that shit you were doing. Um Okie doke. So we have that. Uh okay. So now that I have every frame, I'm going to erase some of the overlapping parts, like the feathers on this arm and stuff like that. Because it's going to be annoying to like figure out the color separation for the shading without making everything a little cleaner. This current song, I think it's Clock Tower from Super Monkey Ball 2. Lil Uzi Vert sampled this shit in a song. I'm like 99% sure. I like that cone in the top right. Like the big Mario face you can grab and mess with in Mario 64. Yeah, this was like I always do this in drawings to like remind me what direction I intended the lighting to be in. I used to just do an arrow, but like if you just do it like this, like you don't know what direction in 3D space the light is coming from. You ain't hear no music? What about now? That's weird. Because it shows Foobar 2000 is a separate audio source. And it showed that it, like, I could hear it, but I had to turn on desktop audio in order for you to hear that. Yeah, there was BGM. That's weird. OBS is weird sometimes. Like, literally, I was able to hear the music, and in OBS, the Foobar 2000 audio source was, like, showing green, and it wasn't muted or anything. I have it open in the other monitor. I'm, like, looking at it. But, I had to crank up desktop audio for y'all to hear that shit. Yeah, I had music off when the fucking leaf blowing was, here. I think they left, so there should be no more leaf blowing for the time being, I hope. But yeah, I don't know, OBS is fucking weird sometimes with that. Like, I have all the audio sources like separated and stuff, but sometimes you could only hear them through the desktop audio source, which makes no sense. I went my entire 4-hour stream of Halo without realizing the game audio wasn't being captured. Damn. Okay, so a couple things. My old audio interface used to have this issue where every once in a while it would bug out and audio would only come through one channel, if that. Sometimes it would just not transmit audio at all, and I would have to physically hit my microphone with my hand in order to fix it. And so like there were a bunch of streams where just like halfway through I didn't realize that my interface fucked up, and it's just like silent for part of the way through. But something else that happens once in a while is I would start stream like solo, like not in a Discord or something like that, and then I would hop in a Discord with like Kotagi or someone, and I would forget to turn on desktop audio, so it just sounds like me arguing with literally no one for like over an hour. So I have like 3 or 4 like just schizophrenic streams of me just talking to no one, and that shit is, it's mad funny. Kotagi, that entire the entire argument when you were like telling me that that crabs have tails, that entire argument was all me schizophrenically arguing with myself. It did not capture any of the audio on your end. That shit had me done. I wish it caught your end, because that was one of the funniest fucking streams. One time Tarball did a stream where you could hear everyone else except for him. What do you mean? That's just every stream, dude. That's just every stream for him. It's usually just 6 dudes talking about Destiny 2. While Tarball fucking is staring at the screen trying to figure something out in a game engine. You kept it going for like an hour by being in his chat talking about pizza and shit generically, such that he thought I could hear it. That's crazy. Erase this part of the close as well. And having no clue in his responses. That is pretty funny. Man, I miss when Nutbustly would just like get genuinely tilted at you and Torball arguing about some dumb shit. Like something that actually just does not matter. And Nutbustly would get like genuinely tilted. That shit was so funny. Okay. Because he's mixed, he doesn't get that there is genuinely a barrier between me and Torball. Like, we're fresh out the Tower of Babel. He's got both sides inside him, so he just doesn't understand it. What in the fuck did I do here? Okay, there we go. Body. Okay. And this is a little annoying. I don't know what I could have done to make this faster though. Because the actual animation part would have been slower if I had erased this shit ahead of time. Or maybe if not slower, it would have just been less accurate. It would have been like wobbly lines and shit instead of being consistent. We love animation around here. How many frames total is it? It's 7 frames. That's actually not that bad. Have ever drawn in Blender? I used to, before I had, I used to animate in Blender in 2D. So yeah. There's like the grease pencil shit that you could use in 3D, but there's also like actually just a 2D like canvas you can use for 2D animation. I taught my younger sister how to 2D animate using Blender. I just like Clip Studio way more. I was animating in Blender with 2D because I'm pretty sure Blender had like audio scrubbing, which was the one feature that Clip Studio did not have for animation for like years and years. But within the past like year-ish, Clip Studio got audio scrubbing. So now I could like import an audio file, and then if I move like the fucking header back and forth, then I can like hear the audio as I scrub. Is it ass? If so, why? I mean, it's not that bad. It doesn't have any like there's no like crazy tools and shit, but it's really easy to use if you're just doing like frame by frame animation raw and you don't really need any like extra shit. It's literally just like you draw a frame, you insert a keyframe, and then you go to the next one, and then you insert another keyframe, and then you draw another one, and that's it. You just do that over and over. It has onion skinning and stuff, I'm pretty sure, which is really the only like extra tool you need for animation to make things smooth. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I see, I see. You need hundreds of combat animations, but you have no idea where to start. Are you doing them yourself? You're animating all of them yourself? Is it going to be like a 2D game or a 3D game? I have some from the fab shop as placeholders. It's 3D. I see. I see a lot of people always use kobold animations. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's like a set of like different combat animations that can be used with the Unreal skeleton. Are you going to try and animate the actions yourself? If you're in 3D, I personally noticed it's not that bad to just make a bunch of rough draft ass placeholder animations and then slowly improve them as you feel like it. I agree. I do that with models too. Eventually I will learn it. I just started deving last September. I'm getting comfortable with UE5 first. I'd like to eventually make them self. Make them yourself, I would assume. Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, 3D animation isn't that bad. It's mostly just battling the program. Like Blender is pretty sick for 3D animating something when you have a rig already. Hey, Jolly, what's good? Yeah, like Blender just has some weird shit with it where like sometimes the action will like deselect itself as you're animating, and it's like frustrating because then you're animating on the wrong like animation action or whatever the fuck they're called. You're out at lunch, but you wanted to share your support. Thank you, Spark Slayer. The homie Jolly. Hope you're having a good day at work. I'm just animating here. We animated a blink before. And now I'm just cleaning it up and getting it ready for color and shading and stuff. Thanks for stopping by, Jolly. I appreciate it. Thank all y'all for stopping by and watching for a bit. I will be streaming a fuck ton more. I stopped streaming for way too long. It was not intentional, it just ended up that way. And it probably wasn't a good idea, but you know what? I did a lot of stuff in other areas which was extremely worth it. Yeah. I wouldn't change that. I was trying to grow my Twitter. I really didn't grow my Twitter at all. I went from 60 followers to like, I'm at like 220 or something in like a year. Like that's not really great, but I met a lot of people. A lot of people who are cool. So that's good. Heading over to the L stream, GL with the drawing. Thanks for stopping by, Fritos. Have a good one. Enjoy Elf stream. What's Elf? Elf and Psyop is one of my homies. She streams on YouTube as well. That's the person I made the model for, Hotagi. The anime VTuber model. And she's cool. Actually, you know what? Let me open up her stream on my phone. Because I think she's having like a 20K celebration, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Kotagi, what are you up to right now? You're sending me whip emojis to work harder while I've spent the past 5 hours trying to figure out how to get the right direction relative to the camera. Goddamn. That sounds painful. Are you trying to hop in stream voice chat? Or are you just locked in right now? You're down? Alright. Word. I'll go on my disc. Yo. What's going on, Kotagi? What's poppin'? Your little guy ain't working quite right. That's tough, dude. That's fucking tough. Bro, are you okay? You gotta fix your little guy, dude. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. What's wrong with your little guy? What's wrong with your little guy, dude? He's broken. Damn. Better go catch it. What are you trying to get him to do again? Damn. Won't even move, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Hmm? Back? Am I back? Fuck. Why did my internet do that? Sorry. No, my internet completely, like I looked at my router and it turned red. Is he back? Oh yeah, there he had the 1,000-yard stare. I saw that shit. What the hell? I don't even know why that happened. That has nothing to do with my internet. He just kind of did that. That's insane. Oh. Yeah, in like the Chinese parades and whatever. Yeah, there were no allegations to be. We done knew this. We done knew this. Yeah. It's alright. It's alright. So what were you saying now about your little guy that won't move? Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Relative to, yeah. But like, in what way relative to the camera? Oh, I see, yeah, yeah. I had to do that shit for, in leg day, because it was like, there's a bunch of different rotation methods that you could use, and it was like absolute rotation, or rotate to velocity, or it was a bunch of like weird shit like that. And uh mhm. I see. I see. Mm-hmm. The place the camera's facing. Um. Yeah. It's crazy how fucking annoying shit gets as soon as you have to do something with rotations relative to each other. That's like, that's shit that has given me the most issues with leg day out of anything. Until I was just like, fuck it. We just do an absolute rotation and that's it. I just made it so that the character always is pointing the same direction as the camera at all times. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I see. Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're, I mean, because that is the case. Because a lot of the stuff, it's like, if you don't understand it, like, what's actually happening, then that's all there is left, is to just get pissed at the people who made the preset shit in the engine, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that shit's retarded. I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's like, just make it like, just make it interact with it. It doesn't have to be its own fucking thing, you know? Unreal has like, it has blueprint interfaces, but all that is like, it's just telling different actors to communicate between each other, you know? So it's like not really doing, it's the same shit as casting, but just like, it's not calling something out in particular. It's just sending a signal, and whatever is able to take the signal will. And if it can't, then it won't. So it's really easy. I feel you. I feel you. I did a lot of weird math stuff in Unreal. Like, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, like, I mean, I recreated the entire Mordhau, like, swing system, but with more options in just blueprints in Unreal. Yeah. It took me, like, a long-ass time, like, probably better part of I want to say better part of a year, but I could be misremembering. But it was like whenever I was trying to like actually develop in Unreal, you know? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it was a lot of crazy shit to get like the Mordhau swings working. Because I remember like I literally drew out a fucking diagram of how I wanted it to work. Like I drew a circle, like basically just a giant pie graph, and I'm like, these are all the swings that I want to like be able to do just by moving your mouse and clicking, pretty much. And so it was like straight up overhead, straight down underhand, straight left swing, straight right swing, and then like more in between that, pretty much like a few more in between each of those like cardinal directions. And it was like I had to figure out how to calculate like what angle your mouse was just moving at, and like how to determine how to like transfer like the direction you're moving your mouse into like an angle for the sword swing. So I had to like it was like I had to basically take a position of the mouse and then always have like a couple of frames later it calculate like the position after, and it would just always be updating like an angle. And then based on that, it was just a whole bunch of different booleans for the different swings. So if it was like okay, if it's between this angle and this angle, then it uses this boolean, and then it does this swing. And if it's just that for every single like direction you can swing in. And mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just click is just the swing animation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It works really well. I would like to go back to making that game once I finish leg day, if it does, you know, decently or whatever. But yeah, you would have a stroke looking at the blueprint graph though, because it is just, it looks like a jellyfish, like a fucking man of war or something like that. It's just fucking, it's honestly like, it's pretty, it's like satisfyingly symmetrical, but it's just insane. It's just insanity. Mordhau is peak. Is that one of them node programming things? Yeah, in Unreal, Unreal Engine has blueprints, which is basically just nodes that you can do pretty much everything with them. There are situations where you would want to do like just C++, but you could do a lot of shit with blueprints, and that's what I tend to stick with, because I'm not like, I don't do any like formal programming or anything. So I mostly just learn, like, I mean, I learned like basic programming stuff, but I just learned Unreal raw blueprints, and that's what I've been using, and it works. So, but it is a little crazy when you get into doing complex stuff with a lot of nodes, and then I'm like fucking following the path, like the meme with the yarn on the corkboard. Like I'm like trying to figure out like, what the fuck did I do here? Going back and shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right, because you know what it is? I think that going from programming to blueprints is probably harder than going from blueprints to programming, honestly. Because now that I know blueprints, it's like, oh, I know how all this shit works, seeing it in like another format. Like when I'm seeing what you do, when you show me like your code, like I see what you're doing, and I'm like, I don't know how I would format that if I had to type it out, but I know what's going on, you know? Like, mm-hmm. Blueprints is, you have your actor and it's just inside the actor. So for instance, like if you want to make like a player character, you have your BP player character, and then you go inside it, and there's the event graph where you put all your blueprints down and stuff. And anything could have blueprints inside it. There's like a little button you could click to be like, oh, okay, create blueprints in this object or whatever, and it'll convert it into an actor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. They're left or right, like, per function. But like you can put like whatever you want wherever, pretty much. Yes, you can literally like scroll out all the way and put a function like just a million miles away from everything else, and you will never be able to find it again. It's so funny. I didn't even think of that, but you're right. Because that actually happened to me. Like I was like looking for something specific, and it was like I couldn't fucking find it. and then I zoomed out like really far, and I saw like the corner of one node on the top left of my screen, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I scroll, I like moved over, like I panned over to it, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's where that fucking shit is. It is really funny. Yeah, in leg day, a lot, like majority of the blueprints are all in the player character, because it's just all like how he would interact with different things or whatever. But that's where blueprint interfaces come in handy, because like when I have random objects and shit just around the map, I put code in them and they have their own shit, and then if the player character in particular interacts with it, then shit happens. But if something else interacts with it, like, you know, overlaps or whatever, then nothing happens, kind of thing, you know. I think the blueprint interfaces is probably, that was the most useful thing that I learned, and I learned that shit way late. Because otherwise it was just casting, and everyone's like, you should never cast. So I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck do I do instead? And they would just say blueprint interfaces without elaborating. And I'm like, that does not fucking help me. And then the like shortest tutorial online talking about blueprint interfaces is like fucking 30 minutes. So I'm like, god damn. That's why I made that 3-minute blueprint interface tutorial, because I'm like, there's fucking nothing. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. That is a good point. Like, it's already like, oh, you should use C++ because it's faster by like fucking half a millisecond or whatever, and it's like, bro, that is never going to make a difference with the type of game that I'm making. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not. Yeah. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna make my game in assembly because it's fastest, you know, like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Just watch a 3-day C++ tutorial easy. That's what it feels like looking through Unreal tutorials sometimes. Like, I want to know like one very specific thing that like realistically is just like a checkbox or like just like 2 nodes, but they have to go into like the most roundabout way to like fucking tell me shit. And that shit's pain. That's kind of how I'm going to make tutorials, is if I find some shit that I need to know, that I have to fucking scroll through a 45-minute tutorial to actually figure shit out, then I'm going to make a 2-minute tutorial to fucking explain that really quickly. Because that seems to do well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's great. I use arrays and blueprints, like. Assembly is peak though. One day I'll show you the little 80 by 60 black and white video player that I wrote in college in 8086 assembly, totally not to play Bad Apple on it. That's really fucking funny. 80 by 60 in assembly is crazy. That would be Unity. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that like it kind of indie development kind of exploded with Unity, so that's kind of like where I think it really, you know, where that consensus came from, you know. I miss renderware. We need that engine to come back. EA killed that shit. EA killed that shit. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. It's just crazy that it was like renderware was used to make like fucking hundreds and hundreds of games on the PS2 in the PS2 era and even in the PS3 era, and then EA just buys it, doesn't update it, and then kills it within like a year, and it's just like a fucking okay. Like yeah, it's just fucked up. Yeah, yeah. Game Land? What's Game Land? Really? That's what was that is that the company that made? Oh, that's Nintendo Land on the Wii U. Yeah, I have that game. Yeah. Bro, it's happening again, the schizophrenia moment. It's happening again. They can't hear you. Hold on. How? That's so fucking funny, dude. Hold on. Why? Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely schizophrenic. Hold on. Audio. Oh my god, dude. Uh, fucking apps, Discord. Why isn't it coming through desktop audio? I don't understand this. The schizophrenia. Hold on. I don't get it. Hold on. Open volume mixer. What the fuck? Maybe I could just make it an audio source. Hold on. Add audio output capture. Discord. No. I see. Application audio capture. Discord. Boom. Discord. Boom. Okay. Talk now, Kotagi.
What's good, Joey?
Okay,
Joey
so it says that your audio is coming through on Discord. Like in the Discord audio capture, but it's not coming through on desktop audio. I don't know what the fuck that means. Poo Poo, can you hear him speaking?
That's
Kotagi
my boy.
speak.
I fuck with Poo Poo Poo.
Can you hear him, Poo Poo? You hear him? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Y'all
Bro,
better
why?
be nice.
Why does OBS love to make me seem schizophrenic? This has happened way too many fucking times. We were having some
I
good
love
conversations.
I think it's great.
It's really funny, but it's fucked up. Beat the schizophrenia allegations. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's so over. Oh man. Okay, and now my foobar stopped working. Hold on. Okay, hold on. OBS is just freaking the fuck out. Am I smoking fentanyl right now?
I think you're fine. You're fine. I'm really excited to download like a 10-hour audio of like construction sounds and like tweeting birds.
Yeah.
I've never been excited to do a live stream in the way that
I'm
like I'm
surprised you
itching.
never saw that Germa clip.
No,
It's really funny. And he
the
had the
last time
text on it. He's like, "Oh, sorry, it's really noisy around here."
the last time I saw Germa was like he was playing this fucking game where he was just driving like a car in like Arizona, and he did that for like 10 hours. And occasionally I would like check on him because he was live, and he was just still driving this car. It was like that bus game.
The long drive. Yeah.
drive?
It was just it was like literally an 8-hour real-time thing where you're just driving in the middle of a desert. Yeah. Yeah.
For just that was the last thing I ever saw of that, man.
That's fucking funny. Okay. So now we're 2000. I'm putting this shit on default. Oh, it's just loud now. There we go. That's coming through desktop audio. Why wasn't Discord? Discord has the same fucking settings as foobar now. That's that. They just like to make me be schizophrenic. That's all. They just like to make me be schizophrenic.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Did you just say ridiculous, dude?
Yeah, I did say ridiculous.
I
think I'm going crazy, dude. I think I'm going crazy. I forgot. I said some shit.
Crazy.
What?
You know what's driving me crazy?
What?
It's that you're not done with your commission yet. Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it. We almost there. I only have a couple more frames of cleanup, and then I can actually do the shading part, and then I can probably finish this. I could probably finish this today, honestly. Maybe. I could probably at least do the color separation lines.
And you know, do you know that your like style of drawing is the same way that they draw like those little soy jacks?
Which ones?
All of them. There's like a whole like discipline to it. I didn't know. I went down the rabbit, not that D rabbit, but there's like a whole discipline to drawing like all the soy jacks, and one of their like main tenets for drawing a soy jack is that you can't use aliasing, or you can't have anti.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I don't. This is the reason I don't use anti-aliasing is because that's actually like when animators in Japan animate, when they do cleanup lines, they're literally using the same pen that I do. It's a 2-pixel wide G pen with no anti-aliasing on it, and it makes it easier to color because you could just use the paint bucket tool and fill everything in, and it doesn't leave that like you know how like sometimes there's like a transparent line that like you have to fill in after. It doesn't do that if you turn anti-aliasing off. So that's why they do that.
There's like a little gray between it, and it's like bucket, and then you just have like pockets of like light gray on the outside.
Exactly. So with the aliasing, it doesn't do that. And what they do is at the end instead, they'll go, because they use this program, they use Clip Studio Paint if they do digital and in like Japanese anime, they'll go filter, blur, smoothing, and that pretty much adds the aliasing after the anti-aliasing after the fact. You see, like now over here, it's like a little blurred. So they just do it afterwards, after everything's colored and everything.
Is that background purple? Be honest.
Let me check. Yes.
I feel like that background's purple. That's like a dulled out.
It is.
Dull lavender.
Yep. I like to draw on like off grays and shit. So this has been my go-to background color for a while.
Have you ever tried drawing on like a white background?
Yes. And I specifically stopped that because my eyes started bleeding. Games, the inputs either don't override or cancel each other out, which is dumb as... Oh, yeah. A while back, I was making a little shoot 'em up on Unity. It never got far, but I did some nice work on the movement code. Which, yes, it's pretty simple, right? But I just hate how, in some of these games, the inputs either don't override or cancel each other out, which is dumb as fuck.
Like you're
I see.
Uh,
Yeah, so if you're like holding A and then you hit D, it doesn't like turn you around in the other direction or whatever. Yeah, that's weird.
I wonder how you do that. Because in Godot they streamline everything for you with like C# and whatnot. But all I had to do was like, oh yeah, get a vector between these two input values, and then it would just kind of automatically pick one if you were pressing both. But now I'm wondering, how do you like do that manually? I'm curious.
You could probably just fucking boolean that shit. Just be like, oh, if this is being pressed, and then another button is being pressed, then it'll be like, oh, is this being pressed already? Or is something being pressed?
Because like the input like procedure I have right now is just like, I declare a vector 2 called direction, and like the first entry in that vector is just the boolean for if the D key is down minus the boolean for if the A key is down. Because it's like boolean is not a type. In C, a boolean is just like, well, it is a type, but it's just 0 and 1. It's not like the string true or false. Which I think that's like, it's just more explicitly like that. So it works out. And you can do, I don't know, I remember trying to do that in like in Godot and C#, and it just, I don't know if it was Godot or I don't know if it was C#, but one of them just was not playing nice with you trying to do math with a boolean.
Yeah, I don't know. In Unreal, there's literally a node which is just is key being pressed, and it'll just let you know if like something's being pressed.
I have that function too. It's not like I have to like interpret like ask
like every single key. Like you're just like, is it pressing A? Is it pressing B? Is it pressing C?
Yeah. Like I have a library for all the shit I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do I want to make a lighting engine? No. I think it's really cool. I didn't know this until I got into it, but people are making like, I was worried that Raylib is like, it sounds cool, but maybe it's like fat or something. People are making any like this shit.
They're making what?
Like NES games. That's amazing.
Yeah. I made a little like actual NES games, like to put on a cartridge.
Like a real NES game, like real N64 games.
Oh, what the hell? That's actually sick.
Yeah. So I think like if I can learn this, I'm good. I don't think I need to go much lower level than this if I can get used to it.
That makes sense. That's crazy.
I really want to make a tool that like lets you use Blender as like a map editor, because I think that's the only thing that keeps like normal people away from things like Raylib and things like OpenGL, is just they need the editor, not because they actually need the editor that much, but just because they need like a mapping tool to like view their like scene.
Yeah.
That's what I was using Godot for. Like every time I had to do anything in Godot other than put things in the map, I was like, oh, it was just a chore. It was a complete chore to do.
Yeah. That is a good point. Even yeah, you know, it's true, because even with like like Unreal and stuff, it's like I would bring shit in and like build out the scene in Unreal. I'm generally not making the entire map in Blender, and then you know,
it would be nice if you could though.
Yeah, you can now though, because there's a new format that does work that way. It's called universal scene something. It's a USD file you can export.
Or like or whatever. I heard about that.
Yeah, and it works like I did that with cameras in Blender into Unreal, because importing Blender cameras into Unreal normally is really not good. And I had already like done all of the camera work before I realized that you cannot bring that shit into Unreal like normally. But when I used USD, it kind of like automatically just did that shit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I could do like if USD file, if I could like, because I'm the only thing I'm curious about is like the overhead of like, obviously this USD file is gonna have a bunch of stuff that I don't need in it. It's gonna have things like it's gonna have things like the
See you, Mocha. Have a good one.
For like the Blender tree, which you don't really need.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So I'm curious, like, is the overhead of that gonna make the like game bad? But being able to use Blender as a mapping tool would be so, because that's the main thing that I didn't like about Sandbox, and the main thing I didn't like about Godot was just not being like, that was the fact that the editor wasn't Blender, and Blender's just like does like Blender's mature, and it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to rewrite that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do people call you Joe?
Some people.
Yeah, Punished Mocha calls you Joe. I feel bad whenever I call you something other than Joey Chin. Yeah, like it makes me feel like I wronged you. And yeah. I hope you know it's never on purpose.
No, it's alright. I prefer Joey. When I was younger, I went by Joe more.
I think Joey by itself without the chimney, it gives you a little spunk. It gives you spunk. It gives you, how to put it? It makes you. Like Joe.
Spice.
Like calling you Joe would be like you're an old Korean salaryman.
With J.O.
like glasses and like a big eyebrow. And calling you Joey is like the same Korean like 50-year-old salaryman, but with frosted tips. Like Guy Fieri.
Facts. Like I think Korean Guy Fieri.
That one detail on its own, it gives a lot of spunk.
No, yeah. I get what you're saying.
And then Chimney as like a title. I view Chimney as not a last name but like a title. That
makes sense. That kind of was the entire, because I used to smoke a lot, but no longer. But
I put that together.
Yeah.
I thought about like, oh, Santa Claus.
Yeah, actually, I am Santa.
It's just like finding the Joey Chin. Ah, yes, a fellow Santa enjoyer.
Yeah, when I came through Ellis Islands, they shortened Joey to Nick, which is why they call him Saint Nick. They call him Saint Nick instead of Saint Joey. It's unfortunate.
I thought you were telling your story. I thought you were talking about a time you went to Ellis Island
Yeah, when I came through Ellis Island, when I came through from Italy, dude.
That made my brain do like a Mario Kart 180 in the air.
Yeah. Alright, this is almost done. I can actually do the shading lines now. Did you fix your little guy? Did you fix your little guy yet?
I've been trying. On and off. I haven't really been trying for the past 10 minutes.
Okay.
I've been trying and it's still... I don't know why. My little, like, I'm not even trying to get my little guy to go up. I'm just trying to make my little guy go side to side. And for some reason, he won't.
Yeah, make me choke on water. Damn, dude. Won't even go side to side. That's tough.
Does anybody in the Joey Chimney chat room have hips for my little guy? At least he's performing well. I haven't had any hiccups.
That's good. Man, I really do need like a year off work to actually do shit, you know? Yeah, that's facts. I feel that all the time. I need like a room I could go in where time is just like paused, so I could just do everything that I want to, and then walk out. Room Kotagi could go in to make his little guy work again, and then come back out.
Yeah, I'm really upset about my little guy.
Crazy. It's crazy. Truly unfortunate. Okay, the light is coming from this direction. Praying for him, says Pupepu.
Thank you. Is it Pupepu or Poo-Poo-Poo?
On Discord it's Pupepu. On YouTube it's Poo-Poo-Poo.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah. He's in my server, I believe. For back-end web developer wage slave. Goddamn.
You know, like a little TypeScript boy.
Fucked up.
My girl just texted me and I had to explain to her that
That your little guy wasn't working.
Yeah, I had to tell her, sorry, I'm talking about my little guy with Joey.
Have you told her about me? Does she know I exist?
Yeah, I've talked about the black people. I've kind of grouped all of you together into like kind of an amalgamation.
I see, I see. What? Did she respond or something?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Such stupid bit. It's so stupid.
It's really dumb, but it's fun. The funniest part is when you couldn't fucking even say it when I joined voice chat initially. You couldn't even like fucking get it out of your mouth.
I sorry, I don't know what's going on. I can't get my little guy to go back and forth. I can't.
I don't even need it to go up. I just need it to go side to side.
Right. I can worry about it going up later. My little guy doesn't have
Heroic dog, what's going on? Why are you talking about your little guy? Kotagi, explain to him what's going on with your little guy and what you need him to do.
Right, I need my little guy to move back and forth. But for some reason my little guy can only move side to side.
It's truly unfortunate. Truly unfortunate. So what have you been like? You've just been trying to fuck with the camera?
Yes,
like
it's camp
in relation to it, and it's just not working.
Yeah, and I don't know why. My math should be right. No idea. Like what's up? I'm baffled.
He's baffled. What is my opinion on Cobson Talks? I don't know what that is. You know what that is, Kotagi?
Cobson Talks?
Cobson Talks, yeah.
That's the guy who did like a school shooting. That's like the guy that black did a school shooting.
The black dude who had the manifesto and whatever?
Yeah, it was like in his manifesto, his manifesto was talking about Cobson Talks. He's a YouTuber.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know what my opinion is on that guy. I'll have to think about it. Okay, this might actually take a while. But that's okay.
It's been me for the past like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What?
Figure it out?
No.
Oh.
I thought I.
That's the worst.
I figured it out.
You did?
I did it. Yes.
Nice, dude.
Guys, who wants to? Guys, everyone, quick! Look at my little guy.
Wait, we gotta see his little guy.
I need everyone to look at my little guy. ASAP.
We're gonna. I'm putting the little. I'm putting his pictures of his little guy on stream.
I bet I need pictures of my little guy everywhere on the internet.
There we go.
That's genius. Look at him go.
Look at him. Whoa.
Shout out to the hex color 747A83. That's the background color. Mathematically, the color which is easiest on the eyes when viewed through an LCD screen.
Wait, really?
Or an yeah.
I didn't know that.
I swear by. So it's true.
Oh, what you didn't have to swear. I would have just believed you. What's the hex code?
No, you think I'm lying? No, bro, I swear it's true. I'm not liking it up. It's 74783. It's
747 what? 83?
747. The letter A. 83.
A. Okay.
Try
Have
on.
that written down. I'm gonna.
It's good.
I'm gonna put that as my background right now. Ooh, it's a good color.
It's a good color.
It's a very good color.
I love that. It's, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's weird to talk about because you've never seen this side of me before. My desktop wallpaper for like 4 years was just this color, like blank. That's how hard I
insane.
I swear. It's true. When I used Linux, I like themed my whole Linux around this color. Like
That's
my whole
fucking
desktop.
funny. Oh my god.
It was beautiful. It was wonderful.
You have very specific like serial killer tendencies and like random fucking like just random shit.
Mean, I'm gonna cry if you keep saying mean things to me.
No, I mean it's respectable, I guess.
That's real though. I swear. I read it. So I read it somewhere reputable.
Good. That was funny. Shout out to those colors, easiest on the eyes. Really? Yeah, I swear, dude. I fucking swear. I swear on my life.
On my mother's life.
On jaw.
On everything that is within my purview. This is the easiest color on the eyes. You wanna know what's brilliant about it?
What?
It looks like it's a shade of blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is not a shade of blue.
It's not?
No. That shit
It's crazy.
green.
That shit green?
That shit green.
Goddamn.
I don't know what to do now that I fixed my little guy. Now that my little guy is back in order. I was expecting
what's
this to
what's
take.
the next step? What's the next step?
I don't know. I didn't plan this far ahead. I thought this would take all day.
Oh. So okay, so what is like? So what's your plan now? Because you had the little, your game with the root dude, and the
Yeah.
So like what are you doing now?
I'm just experimenting with Raylib. I'm still gonna work on that. Since the game jam, like I could not finish the game in time for the game jam.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just wasn't gonna happen. So I'm just gonna work on that game and finish it in Godot. And then hopefully by the time I'm done with it in Godot, I'll be like experienced enough in Raylib that I could make something like small in Raylib of
Okay.
like comparable scale.
I've made some shit in Raylib before.
It's amazing. I love this.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Because I learned a little bit of C++ using Raylib.
It's
You know the little Gura game, the little Flappy Bird Gura game that I made?
Raylib?
That was in Raylib, yeah.
Amazing. I wish I was Evangel like sooner. Because there was like a good like 3 months that I was just fucking I was struggling with OpenGL. Because OpenGL is like I was talking about earlier, it's completely like enshittified.
Yeah.
Not that it's like terrible, it's like Vulkan isn't much better. But it's just it's so like specific and it gives you so much control over everything that it's like while it's good, it gives you control. It's like no singular developer is going to be able to work with this, and that's roughly the that too as well. It was like, okay, I can't get much farther than I already have gone because like at the point, I think I showed you like the little like test thing I made. It had like point lights and it had like a collision sphere, you know, and it had like a little map. Like 90% of the work to get there was just like the lighting and textures and getting the thing to even compile and getting like a model in.
I see.
That's like ridiculously ridiculously complicated compared to how it used to be. Because back in the day, like, it's not like Nintendo employees were like not importing files like normally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like OpenGL back then was like, oh, do you want lighting? And then it's yes or no. It's not like, oh, you have a billion different lighting settings and all of them. And it's like you have to manually do everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's interesting that out of all things, OpenGL is one of the few things to get like unsimplified as time went on.
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. I mean, yeah, you know what? That's true because most shit has gotten like way simplified to like a fault. But
I don't hate OpenGL. I'm just grateful that Raylib exists so that like just to like expose you to, like, I feel like without Raylib it would be kind of ridiculous to tell people to make a game without a game engine.
yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, it felt ridiculous to me. Now it's like it's a little ambitious to try to make a game without a game engine, but it's like it's definitely possible for a normal person to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It's not like a Herculean task.
Is that an eel? Says Jupiter. I am a catfish.
Actually, that's a little girl. It's a VTuber.
Yeah. I'm actually a little Chinese boy with a voice changer.
What? That was
What? That's what all VTubers are, right? Just little Chinese boys with voice changers.
That's what you're drawing. I feel kind of bad. I told a lie earlier, and I can't keep it in anymore.
What?
I said earlier that this bitch kind of looks like the green bitch from Ocarina of Time.
Which one?
I don't. I actually think that it was kind of dishonest of me. I just said that to say it because I couldn't think of any little girls off the top of my head except for the green bitch from Ocarina of Time.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
I had to get that.
That's chill.
It went down my heart. I fuck with Jupiter though. That's my homeboy.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I? Do you mind if I send the like fingers biting, the orange person with the fingers biting emoji?
Go ahead. I don't even know what that one is. I don't even know what that one is.
Is that
a oh, yeah.
He's like,
I feel you.
I love that little guy.
Yeah, YouTube has some fucking insane emotes. I don't know who the fuck made them, but you know that should go.
The rest of them, every other one reminds me of like a Cartoon Network ad.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for this one. This one I think this one is, it counts as like a, what's that word that means based? Like it's like a keynoid.
A keynoid?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm still kind of tilted that it made me seem like a schizophrenic again earlier.
great.
Like, there was actually zero reason for Discord to not be transmitted through. Everything was unmuted.
Think about the chance that you get famous. If there's ever, if you ever get famous, then there's gonna be some like troon who makes a compilation of Joey Chimney, but only when he's being schizophrenic, and it's gonna get like 10,000 views, and
That's a good point.
you're gonna like it's gonna feel good. I promise you, it's gonna feel good later.
That is a good point. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Does not look right. This neck shadow. Let me see if I can figure this out. So, I was finally setting up my new phone the other day, because I bought a new phone like a couple weeks ago. I just didn't have a minute to actually set it up. And I was going through the old phone and like backing up all my notes and like all other shit to like transfer over to the new phone. And I was going through my old notes, and some of the shit in my notepad is just like, it's like 8 words with like no context, and it's just like I expected me to like remember, and it's like a bunch of them like it hit me and I'm like, oh okay, I remember what this is for, but some of them I just did not remember what the fuck was going through my brain. And so I saw one notepad, I opened it up, it's 3 lines. It was literally 3 lines. The first one, it said, identify political statements. The second line said, Versace assassination. Versace was misspelled. Vercage. And the third one said $2 bill. And I'm like, what? What the fuck was I smoking when I wrote that shit down? Because I have no idea what I meant by any of that. It was mad funny though. H assassination.
It was like 3 days ago. I took just like 15 minutes to just see what your Twitter profile was. And
oh, yeah.
I never thought I would see you argue with somebody.
Who was I arguing with?
I don't know, what was something to do with
some randos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bro, I don't really argue with people often, so that's funny that you saw that. Was it 3 days ago? Was this recent? Was this like a recent argument?
I don't know. I could maybe I could find it. It was, I don't know. I think it was something. Yeah,
I did like respond to someone who was like fucking. He was just like being gay for no reason, just like flaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're retarded.
I'm not judging you. I think it's funny. Just I cannot conceive of you like arguing with somebody.
I do it mainly because it's funny. If I do it at all, it's either because it's funny or someone's genuinely just a retard, and like I'm just saying what it is, you know.
It like scared me because I know you're like a playable character.
Yeah.
Like, character, but I don't see you like I don't see you use like assists. I don't see you like like.
What the fuck? What do you mean by this?
It's hard to explain when you know someone isn't an NPC, but how to put it? But it's like you get to peer, like you don't get to peer into their internal thoughts. You just know that they have them.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. No, I understand.
Like with
Yeah,
Torball,
I kind
I
of.
think Torball is not an NPC. I think Torball is a real. I can't say the second part. He is a real, and but I know every single thought Torball has.
Fair,
like,
yeah.
Not like I can.
That makes sense.
Not like I can predict what he's gonna say or think, but what's going on in his head translates directly into like some form of talking shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It translates well into English.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I miss my boy I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what would he be doing.
I wanted to get him to voice act a little white girl. But that
You should, that'd be funny.
I really want to.
I can make him the voice act a white girl and like the.
I genuinely think that's like, if I was a big black man, that would be like the most obvious career path ever. Like, oh my god, what was I thinking? It's like day one, if I took over Torball's body, it's quit working at Target, quit going to school, start offering to voice little girls in like shows, and I don't know. Like I would offer to a VTuber, like a Japanese VTuber, like who's that dog lady?
Corona.
Yeah, like the little dog. I would email her and ask her, do you want like an English translation? Do you want a dub? Do you want And I would start dubbing whole VTuber streams as a big black man.
That would be kind of sick, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That would go over. Why hasn't anyone done that, actually?
I know, it's like
It's like if you, even if you just did that in like short form slappa content like format, like that would do well.
Right.
I think, at least.
It's just, to me, it's so obvious, but for some reason they don't want to do it. I don't know. It's bad. I'm gonna ask him next time I run into Torball. Honestly, any black people have to answer up. It's just, okay, why do you hate money? Why do you? How did you get an allergy to success and financial freedom?
Real shit. What are you laughing about?
It's just, I don't know. I can't possibly explain what's funny. I'm thinking about the time I played some MMO it was Fantasy Star Online with Torball, and we sat on a
Fuck that game.
bench. We sat on a bench in that game for like 2 real life hours, making like whale sounds at each other.
What the fuck?
Because there was someone that had like an accessory that looked like a whale like tail, and for the next 2 hours it was just
Oh my god.
about that like once every 3 months, and that shit makes me laugh at work.
That game was actually such a fucking waste of time. That shit was retarded.
It was, but it was worth it just for that. Because it was so funny. It's so funny. And I was thinking about it because the reason why it was funny was because I was looking at this because this character was like a little white girl. I was looking at this little white girl like moan in the voice of a big burly black man.
That's crazy. How $1 million ideas are made, clearly.
It's not. I feel like it's not fair. I feel like
you deserve to have to be able to carry out that idea.
I feel like I deserve I deserve to be able to I think I should be able to shapeshift a little bit.
That's fair.
Like if I was any other kind of person, I think I could do a lot with it. Like imagine if I was small.
What? What do you mean?
Like can't you think there's a million if I was 5'3",
Mm-hmm.
if I was a midget,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could do a lot with that. Like I would have a desk and I would stand on the chair.
Okay.
That's just an example. I feel like there's so many you can do, and they just miss out on the opportunity.
I see. I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying not to go too complex with the shading on this, because I'm gonna shoot myself in the head if like I have to go so if I have to go so insane on the shading every single frame, then it's going to take forever.
You could just not shade it.
No. See, that's the thing.
idea.
I can't do that because I want it to look like I want it to look really good, you know. And the shading just like it really does make it.
Because you like money. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
Like,
pretty
there's
good insight. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wait, what?
You got some pretty good insights, Joey Chimney.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a specific style I'm trying to curate a little bit, you know, and it does require some shading if I want it to be the way that I like. Okay. Now I need to do highlights.
You ever had a snow cone, Joey Chimney?
Yeah.
I'm real happy. My
You
mama
have snow cone?
she been purchased not just a snow cone, she been purchased a snow cones machine.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited. It's supposed to come tomorrow, and I'm gonna make a snow cone with it.
Nice. Very cool.
I'm gonna make a pickle. You ever have a pickle juice snow cone?
No.
It sounds peculiar, but it's real nice.
Interesting. I'm not really one who is fond of pickles personally. Not big on the pickles. I don't like a vinegar.
Go on.
Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of it. And or dill. I don't like dill either. But
I wonder if it's because you're Catholic, like Italian.
Could be.
'Cause now
Usually,
that
usually Italians like vinegar though, or do they?
I just
Well,
people
they like
don't have a bunch
balsamic. They like
of
balsamic.
foods. Yeah,
Hmm?
balsamic. I don't think of a lot of like there's a lot of Italian foods that are pickled.
You're right. You're right. I mean,
Like, how are you gonna
they got
pickle
like
a
peppers. They got like cherry peppers and stuff like that. But I prefer that shit in oil. Like they'll have like Calabrian chilies in like oil. I like that. But sometimes you'll get like cherry peppers and it comes in like vinegar instead, and I don't like that as much. Like I like dry them shits off.
I just got that idea like off my head, like a pickled tomato.
Pickled tomato. I'm sure they do that, right?
That shit says
I mean,
green.
people put balsamic on tomato. Like that's
How-
like the Italian thing. It's tomato, mozzarella, and then balsamic and like basil and shit. That's like bruschetta.
Is there such thing as a green tomato, Joey Chimney?
Yeah, that's a tomatillo.
That's wild.
Yeah, I made some salsa verde with some tomatillos a few months ago.
Sauce day with tomatillos.
Yeah. And like I made it with some tomatillo, habanero, some garlic, some onion, some I already said habanero. I also used some jalapenos and stuff in there too. I made it nice and spicy. And that shit was kind of fire.
That's Mexican too. That was brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I never thought that you could make a green tomato.
They do make them.
I thought it would be red.
That's
I wonder
what you would
if
think.
you like if you pickled like a San Marzano.
Ooh.
I wonder if it would just melt. I hope it doesn't just melt.
It probably would, honestly, because they're kind of made for like sauce, you know, like.
That's a wonderful insight.
Yeah.
I don't know, is it a good feeling or a bad feeling that like you kind of have to represent all of like the Northeast United States and all of Italy at the same time? Like, is it a lot of pressure or is it like all right, like you can handle it?
I like both, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's not a huge deal to me. It's more like, you know, it's funny because Italians in Italy don't really like northeastern like Northeast America Italians.
Yeah.
But
It's the same thing with Irish people.
Yeah, but I never understand it because it's just how it's the same way that there's different like dialects of Italian in Italy, you know? Like in different parts they speak Italian in different ways. But when people say Italian words differently in like New York or whatever, like they remove like the last letter of the word.
Now it's not a dialect anymore.
Now it's not a dialect anymore. You're just a retarded American, and it's like, okay, you know, I don't know.
That's how it works for like everything.
Yeah.
It's like in America, like it feels like we're the only ones that recognize accents as being a thing. Every other language, it's just like if you say something wrong, it's not an accent. It's just you said it wrong.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that. I never learned Chinese, but I noticed that with like Mandarin. Is there's no accent. It's just you did it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a very tonal language. That's a very tonal language too. So that's kind of like Like they legit like will not understand what you mean if you say something a certain way, which is crazy. Which okay, that's one thing that like tilts me a lot in general conversation. People in streams are guilty of this as well. People who like watch streams and comment is if someone will say something wrong, or they'll say something that they didn't mean to say, but they'll continue with their sentence, and it gives the rest of the context of what they were saying. And like, you can clearly be like, oh, that person meant to say this, you know, and just be like, oh, okay, and then continue. But people will point it out and be like, what? You said this and not this. And it's like, but you kind of, you already know what they meant. Like you don't have to make them stop and be like, oh, I said this. Whoops, my bad. I meant to say this. You know, it's like you already know. It's like, it's a very like autistic thing that like people do. And I don't know if that's genuinely because they don't understand what they were trying to say.
So it's just lose-lose. It's either, because if you stop and you're like, oh, I didn't mean it like that, that's annoying.
Yeah.
But then the alternative is a bunch of these like, what?
A bunch of little tards that like...
They're like a bunch of like little bread kids.
That's a good way to put it, I guess. That's kind of funny. Bunch of little bread kids.
A bunch of little bread kids. It's just like, oh, it's like what that like there's a common South Korean word that sounds like the N-word. That's kind of the same thing.
Exactly. That's okay. That's a big thing. The when people say "ayo" to shit, where it's clearly not meant in that way, it's just like fuck you. You know, like shut up.
That's funny to me.
Hey yo, it's like like you're just ruining like the flow of conversation by doing that, you know, like it's cringe.
It's kind of funny. that just like planted in me the idea to say hey yo, like unprovoked, like nobody said anything weird.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I took my dog out for a walk today. Hey, yo. What do you mean by that?
What did he mean by this? Oh my god.
That I hate. That's like my bug, is when like you're there and people talk about you in the third person.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Like you're there and someone says like he, like. And I think that's all that, like, that's a common thing people do now. That's like just how people kind of normally talk now. But I'm certain that is downstream from like 2021 when it was popular to say like bro thinks he's the whatever.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's literally what it is. It's the same
or
shit.
Something. But now that's just how people talk. Like that's the language now. It's normal to talk about someone in the third person.
Which is kind of ironic because I've been seeing a lot of memes lately of people who, like younger people, Zoomers and below, they cannot read third-person books. They're like, I open up a book and it's third person, and then like that's the meme. It's like TikTok. It's like a TikTok. It's like I open up the book, but it's third person, and then they put it back down, and I'm like, okay, so you're just brain dead. You're just like,
I can't think of a book that's in first person.
Right? Like,
what's a first person book?
I
was gonna say something bad. I was gonna say...
were you gonna say Mein Kampf? Were you gonna say Mein Kampf?
Close. I was gonna say like Anne Frank's diary or something. Like, I can't
Yeah,
think
that's
of
first person.
that's like written in first person. Like,
I mean, I like
rare.
I'm trying to think. I feel like the anime that I like, Monogatari, it's written in first person, but like it changes narrators based on which book you're reading.
That's a fucking show.
What?
That's a show.
Yeah, it's also books. I have all the books in my fucking closet right behind me.
like a light novel. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like it's just like JoJo's.
I have all the JoJo's fucking manga in the closet right behind me as well. Those are actually the only two things that are in here. It's Monogatari books and JoJo books, and that's it. And I actually, there's a bunch of like key animation books and stuff from them as well, but same shit. That's a show.
Silly Joey, that's not a book.
I was reading Game of Thrones. That's a show. Okay, I'm gonna start fucking saying that to people from now on. That's actually really funny.
Just without the context of like the topic being a book. It's just...
Yeah.
I'm gonna consult an AI.
Oh no. I did that recently. I was trying to get some information about like I was trying to get a plan, a concept of a plan going, basically. And I went into ChatGPT and was talking to it. And I think I like legit got dumber after the conversation. Because it started off like it was giving me decent stuff. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, elaborate. And then elaborate. I'm like, okay, but elaborate like in this way, not the way that you were doing. And then it just started fucking devolving, and then I wanted to shoot myself. It was no good.
It's so hard to make it like normal. Because like the deep way it does things is you ask the question and it proceeds with like now we're getting into the depths of books that are written in first person. This insightful question is one that we're sure to ponder.
Oh my, dude, that's legit. Like, that's exactly what it does. That's exactly what it does. It's like, wow, amazing. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of whatever the fuck. That's legit what it does. And it's like, okay, elaborate, but be less of a fucking, be less of a silly Billy about it.
Let's delve into the history of this great genre of fiction, which has inspired many in their artistic pursuits.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I shouldn't say. There's one that I like to use that I didn't think, because it's supposed to go through like another language or something, but it still talks like that. And I thought it wouldn't. There's just no escape from like...
Yeah.
It's like, but nobody talks like
this.
It's
so bad.
It's
so bad.
Like the average of how people talk, but nobody talks like this.
Yeah.
Wait, now I should go now. But
Okay.
You have an amazing stream, Julie.
All right, thank you. I will see you later, Biltug. You have a good one. We're almost done, fam. We're getting there. And by almost done, I mean with this singular color separation frame. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Okay. Trying to get the stomach shading looking decent. Like a curved surface. But there is a bend, you know? And then the hip kind of pokes out, and then we'll catch light sometimes. That's like below the belly button a little bit, so it needs to be kind of lower. Something like this. But maybe a little closer. Whoops. Like here. I think once I finish this frame, I might end stream and go eat. Cause hungry. Thanks all y'all who's still here for chilling, by the way. Even through my schizophrenia of talking to myself for a fucking half hour. Gonna do a little test. Light, dark, okay. Uh, okay. This is just a test to see what the shading would look like. See if I missed any spots or if anything looks weird. The lighting is coming from that direction. Okay, that looks pretty good. Do I need shading anywhere else? On this piece of hair, probably. There should be a light spot on it at least. That actually looks good, the neck area. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty solid to me. Okay. And that's all just on the Ganga layer. I guess I should probably put a shadow on this little bow. Okay, I need to change this background color back. Because it is... not see the onion skin with it. I think I need to make... I need to make the onion skin more visible. All right. Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there we go. Why did those children die, Joe? I don't know, Julian. There's nothing I could do. See you, Julian. Have a good one. Let's see. I see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end stream here because I need to go eat food. And we did a lot. We got a lot of stuff done. We got one nice Genga frame. So all we have left is to do the shading on the rest of the frames and then finish with the color, and then we're good to go. Thank all who stuck around for watching. Toss me a sub if you're not subbed. And I'll probably stream again tomorrow, maybe. We see what happens. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.